Now is the time. This is the moment. The opportunity. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. You planted this seed and you're watching it grow. You took more than you need, now you'll reap what you sow. The venom you've become. You're so Armageddon.
It's been a couple months, but I finally got the deck finished. I loved using that Zark engine, it was really good. But I think that this rebuilt version of the deck will prove to be a whole lot stronger. I'll put it to the test one day, but that's the last thing on my mind right now. What's going on? Ugh! What the? Wait a minute. Hello, Jace. Remember me? Reggie Rever. Oh, joy, this is just what I need. It's been far too long, my friend, far too long. Tell me, how have you been since we last saw each other? I believe the last time we encountered each other is when you decided to throw a wrench in my strategy to become the greatest duelist in all of history. You defeated me, and as a result, I was stripped of all my power. You weren't exactly a cakewalk, you know, either. Besides, knowing how smart you are and how tech-savvy you are, it was no wonder I had such a tough time defeating you. Yeah, I suppose I can give you credit for that. After all, my technology skills are indeed up there. How else would I have been able to program my dual disk to enable me to teleport wherever I want to go? Look, I'd love to chat more about the good old times, but I don't think that's really important right now. I have a question. What are you doing here? And, or better yet, why are you here? Two reasons. The first, I'm here to warn you about an impending threat that I believe has something to do with those Lancers and Duelists that have been going missing as of late. You know something about that? Boy. Now you've got my curiosity. Yes, I suppose I might have a lead or two, but hey, you won't know for sure at the moment. Now the second reason is a simple one. I want to test you to see how far you've come since we've last dueled. Are you up for the challenge, Jace? You talk a big game, Reggie, I'll give you that. But I think it would be fun to really show you how far I've come. Excellent. This will prove to me just how far you've come. Since we're playing on my grounds, I'll go first. Now, I'll kick off this duel with the spell card Spiral Flame Strike. With it, I get to add one level 7 Odd Eyes monster from my deck to my hand. So I'll be adding the Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon to my hand. Next, I activate the special ability of Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon in my hand. By discarding it from my hand to the graveyard and giving up 500 of my life points, I can add one level 8 or lower Dragon Pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. And the dragon I'll add is Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. But all the card adding doesn't stop there. Now I activate Pendulum Call. By discarding one card from my hand, I get to search my deck for 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names and then add them to my hand. So, I discard Supreme King Dragon Darkworm to the graveyard. And with the effective pendulum call, I add Xianke Magician and Perform a Pal Celestial Magician to my hand. Now I can activate Supreme King Dragon Darkworm's ability in the graveyard. When I have no monsters on my side of the field, I can resurrect my Darkworm and summon it. And with Darkworm's arrival comes its own special ability. That means I can add one Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. So I add Supreme King Gate 0. Next, I normal summon Perform a Pal Celestial Magician. By summoning Celestial Magician, I can activate his special ability, apply certain effects, depending on the other monsters that are on my field. Because I control a Pendulum monster, I can add one Pendulum monster from my deck to my hand during the end phase of this turn. But we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, I activate the Ritual spell Odd Eyes Advent. With my Ritual spell, I can Ritual summon one Dragon-type Ritual monster by tributing Pendulum monsters whose levels equal or exceed that of the monster I'm summoning. So, I'll tribute Xianke Magician in my hand in order to Ritual summon the Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon to the field. Now I overlay level 4 Perform a Pal Celestial Magician and Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. I XC summon Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion! And with Dark Rebellion now on my side of the field, I feel like I'm in a pretty good position. So, I end my turn, and now that we've reached the end phase, I can resolve Perform Pal Celestial Magician's ability. And so I add Harmonious Magician to my hand. Your move, Reggie. I like the fact that you don't disappoint, Jace. I like that a lot. Now it's time to show you how far I've come. My turn, I draw. And I'll start by summoning this card, Magna Rocket Dragon in attack mode. Rockets, huh? I shouldn't be surprised. Indeed, there's no better deck suited than this one for a duelist such as myself. Now, on with my turn. When I have a rocket monster on my side of the field, I'm allowed to special summon this dragon from my hand. Apsu Router Dragon, in defense mode. Perhaps, but you're not getting off scot-free with that special summon. Gravity Dragon's ability forced you to give up 500 life points every time you wanted to use a card effect. And since you special summon Absolute Rider Dragon through its special ability, you can say goodbye to 500 of your life points. Then I will create my circuit. The summoning conditions require me to use at least 2 monsters, one of which is a rocket. I set Absolute Router and Magna Rocket in the linked arrows to link summon Link 2 Quad Boral Dragon. Next, by going to the graveyard, I can activate Absolute Router Dragon's special ability. This allows me to add a rocket monster from my deck to my hand. So, ignoring the fact that your stupid Gravity Dragon's in the way, I'll use that effect in order to add my Auto Rocket Dragon to my hand. However, Auto Rocket won't stay in my hand for long because I'm using the effect of my Quad Boral. First, I'll give up 500 life points because of Gravity Dragon, and then use Quad Boral's own effect to discard Auto Rocket from my hand. This allows me to destroy one monster on the field, so say ta-ta to Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. It's true what they say, big things come in small packages. Now from my hand, I activate Quick Launch. This spell allows me to summon one rocket monster directly from my deck. However, it can't attack and is destroyed during the end phase. So I summon from my deck Rocket Tracer. Next I activate Rocket Tracer's special ability. By destroying a face-up card on my field, such as Quad Boral Dragon, I can summon one rocket monster from my deck. So I will summon a second Magna Rocket Dragon. However, I can only special summon dark monsters from my extra deck for the remainder of the turn. But that's all I really need anyway. Now I tune level 4 Rocket Tracer and level 4 Magna Rocket Dragon. The fuel of the cosmos mixes with the boundaries of speed. To transcend the beyond, I Synchro Summon! Come forth, Borolo Savage Dragon! I now activate Borolo Savage Dragon's special ability. When it's Synchro Summoned, I get to equip one Link monster in my graveyard to it as an equip card. So I'll equip Link 2 Quad Boral Dragon. Due to Savage Dragon's special ability, it gains half of Quad Boro's attack points and a Boro counter for each of its links. Quad Boro is linked 2, so it gets 2 Boro counters, and half of its stats is 500, so that means Savage Dragon's attack points become 3,500. It's only minor, but it's better than nothing. Now, Boro Load Savage Dragon. Attack Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. Synchro Ferret Savage Strike. Before damage calculation, I activate Dark Rebellion's special ability. By using one overlay unit, Savage Dragon's attack points become 0, and then Dark Rebellion gains your monster's original attack points for this turn only. You didn't say please. I activate Boro Load Savage Dragon's last special ability. By removing a Boro counter from it, your Dark Rebellion's ability is negated, and that means my attack can go on without further trouble. Shoot! I told you I honed up on my skills, Jace. I wasn't bluffing. Now, let's see if you can handle my new Synchro monster. Because if you can't, this is going to be a very short duel. I place one card face down, and my turn. My field may be gone, Reggie, but there's always room for a comeback. In fact, if I play my cards right, I can defeat you this turn. Let's see what we've got. Alright, good start. First, I activate Return of the Dragon Lords, which allows me to summon one level 7 or 8 dragon from the graveyard, and I choose my Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. Or so you think if my Boro Load Savage Dragon didn't still have a Boro counter. I remove it to negate Return of the Dragon Lords. And there goes the final Boro counter. Now I can do as I please. First from the graveyard, I activate Supreme King Dragon Darkworm's special ability. I resurrect him to my field, and as you already know, when I summon Darkworm, I can add Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. So I'll add the other Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster, Supreme King Gate Infinity. Next, I activate the field spell known as Sky Iris. While Sky Iris is on my field, you can't target Magician, Perform Power, Odd Eyes cards in my Pendulum zones. But more importantly, I can use Sky Iris' effect. This allows me to destroy Supreme King Dragon Darkworm and send it to my extra deck. Then I can add one Odd Eyes card from my deck to my hand. So I'll add Perform Power, Odd Eyes Dissolver. And then I'll set my Pendulum scale, using Scale 0, Supreme King Gate 0, and Scale 13, Supreme King Gate Infinity. And with this Pendulum scale, I can now Pendulum summon any number of monsters that I want from levels 1 through 12 at the exact same time. Basically, any monster I can think of. So, I Pendulum summon. First from the extra deck, I call upon Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. And from my hand, Perform Power, Odd Eyes Dissolver, and Harmonizing Magician. Now, with Harmonizing's arrival comes her special ability. Because she was Pendulum summoned, I can summon one Magician Pendulum monster from my deck in defense mode by negating its special abilities. Also, it's banished when it leaves the field. So, I'll summon a second copy of Perform Power Celestial Magician in defense mode. Next, I'll activate the special ability of Perform Power Odd Eyes Dissolver. It lets me fusion summon without using a fusion spell by using cards in my field or in my Pendulum zone. So I'll fuse Perform Power Odd Eyes Dissolver as well as Supreme King Gate 0. I fusion summon Starving Venom Fusion Dragon! Next, I activate Starving Venom's special ability. By fusion summoning it, I can target one special summon monster you control, and then my dragon will gain that monster's attack points until the end phase. And then, I'll have level 4 Harmonized Magician to my level 4 Performer Pal Celestial Magician. I synchro summon Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. And thanks to Clearwing's special ability, whenever I synchro summon him, all face-up monsters you control are destroyed. It's over. Starving Venom, attack Reggie directly and end this duel! Sorry, Jace, I'm not going down without a fight. I reveal my face down. Quick Launch! As you already know, I can now summon another rocket monster from my deck. So, to defend my life points, I summon a Nest Rocket Dragon in defense mode. Now, Air Twist attack again? Oh, so close! Fine, Starving Venom, take out a Nest Rocket Dragon. Clear Wing, Dark Worm, attack Reggie directly! And that's all I can do. I end my turn. Though I'm not sure if you can really be able to take on my field, Reggie. Your odds are pretty low right now. Don't get too far ahead of yourself, Jace. After all, since you destroyed a Nest Rocket Dragon this turn, I can activate his special ability in my graveyard. That means I can summon one rocket monster from my deck with a different name. So, I'll summon from the deck this rocket monster, my Silver Rocket Dragon. And now, my turn begins, as well as your destruction. Now, first I will use my Silver Rocket Dragon in order to link summon. Come forth Link 1, Striker Dragon. When I link summon Striker Dragon, I get to add the field spell Boot Sector Launch from my deck to my hand. And now that it's in my hand, I'll activate my Boot Sector Launch field spell. Since Boot Sector Launch is now on my field, I activate its effect. That means I can now special summon rocket monsters from my graveyard equal to the difference in the number of monsters on our sides of the field. You have 3 monsters and I only have 1, so that means I get 2 new rocket monsters back from the graveyard. So come back, Rocket Tracer and Auto Rocket Dragon. But this is just the start. Since I special summoned a Dark Dragon type monster to my field, I can also summon this card to the field. From my hand I play Noctovision Dragon. And then I'll use Noctovision Dragon and Striker Dragon to once again create my circuit. I link summon the Link 2 Delingerious Dragon. With my link summon complete, I activate Noctovision Dragon's ability from the graveyard. Because it was used to link summon, I get to draw 1 card to further increase my options. And now I'm going to do this. I activate Rocket Tracer's ability. By destroying Auto Rocket Dragon, I can summon 1 rocket monster from my deck. And this time I will summon this rocket monster, Exploder Rocket Dragon. And then I will create my circuit. The summoning conditions require at least 3 effect monsters. I set Delingerious Dragon, Rocket Tracer, and Exploder Rocket in the Link arrows. I link summon the mighty Link 4 Borolo Dragon! Well, here we go. Tell me, Borolo, have you missed Jace? Cause I sure have. And my turn's not even close to being finished. Now I'll summon this card to the field, Rocket Synchron. And I'll activate Rocket Synchron's special ability. When it's summoned, I get to summon 1 level 5 or higher Dark Dragon from my graveyard by negating its special abilities, destroying it during the end phase, and I can't special summon any extra deck for the rest of the turn unless it is for a Dark monster. So I'll use this effect to bring back Explorer Rocket Dragon from the graveyard. But that's just the start. Now I can activate Delingerious Dragon's ability from the graveyard. When a rocket monster is special summoned to my field, I can resummon Delingerious Dragon. And now, I will once again create my circuit. The summoning conditions are the same as Borolo, at least 3 effect monsters. I set Link 2 Delingerious Dragon, which is banished due to its effect, as well as my Rocket Synchron and Exploder Rocket Dragon. I link summon the mighty Link 4 Borogard Dragon! Your field is nothing in the face of my 2 dragons, Jace. Starting with Borolo Dragon. Once per turn, its special ability reduces the attack and defense points of 1 monster on your field by 500, and you can't use any cards or effects in response. I target Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. And I'm well aware of what Clearwing can do. Therefore, I'm going to send Borogard Dragon into battle. Borogard Dragon destroys Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. Hold on. I banished Return of the Dragon Lords from my graveyard to use its effect. And that means Clearwing isn't destroyed by this battle, but I still take the damage. In that case, Borreload Dragon will attack Supreme King Dragon Clearwing instead. But before Clearwing can use its ability, I'll activate the special ability of Borreload Dragon at the start of the damage step. That means I gain control of Supreme King Dragon Clearwing and place it under one of Borreload's link markers. Now, Clearwing, do me a favor and attack Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. At this moment, I activate Clearwing's special ability. I destroy Starving Venom and you take damage equal to its attack points. Bad move, Reggie. Starving Venom's third special ability can now activate. Whenever it's destroyed after being fusion summoned, I'm allowed to destroy all special summoned monsters you control. Oh, Jace, your moves are so predictable. I had a feeling you'd do that. That's why I had this card saved up. From my hand, I discard Rocket the Charger to use its special ability. When a dark monster I control special summon from the extra deck is destroyed, I get to target a dark monster in my graveyard with a different name and special summon it. So, because you destroyed my Borreload Dragon, I can now special summon my Borreload Savage Dragon from the graveyard. And it's still my battle phase, so Borreload Savage Dragon attacks Supreme King Dragon Darkworm, Synchro Barret Savage Strike. Darkworm sent to the extra deck. You have no monsters on your side of the field. All you have is a Broken Pendulum Scale and your Sky Iris Field spell. Meanwhile, I have Boots at the launch and two powerful dragons, one of which can't be destroyed by card effects. There's not a whole lot I think you can really do, but if you think you can prove me wrong, be my guest. I end my turn, but before you commence your turn, I activate Auto Rocket Dragon's special ability in my graveyard. That means I get a new rocket monster from my deck. So I'll summon my third Magna Rocket Dragon to the field. And due to Boot Sector launch, he'll get a nice little bonus to make him just a little bit stronger. Alright, Jace, you're up. Let's see what you can do. My move! Perfect. I'll use the effect of my Sky Iris Field spell. I destroy Supreme King Infinity and send it to the extra deck. And then I get another Odd Eyes card from my deck to my hand. And this time I choose to add Odd Eyes Fusion. And then I activate Pendulum Halt. When I have 3 or more Pendulum monsters facing in my extra deck with different names, I get to draw 2 cards from my deck. Perfect. Now, Reggie, get ready for this. I activate the spell card Odd Eyes Fusion. This lets me fusion summon one Dragon-type fusion monster using monsters on my field or in my hand. But if you have 2 or more monsters on your side of the field and there are no monsters on my field, I can use Odd Eyes monsters in my extra deck as well. So, I'll fuse Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon in my hand, along with Odd Eyes Raging Dragon and Perform Pal Odd Eyes Dissolver in my extra deck, to fusion summon Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon! Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon, one of your new fusion go-tos. Oh well, I suppose it'll be fun taking it out. Yep, and that's not all. Since Odd Eyes Fusion went to the graveyard, Lethal Dose Dragon's ability activates, so it gains 1 Venomy counter. And for every Venomy counter on my dragon, all non-dark dragon monsters on the field lose 200 attack points. Unfortunately, all your monsters are dark dragons, so that effect doesn't really help me. But this effect will help me. I activate Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon's other special ability. Until the end phase of this turn, all the monsters on your side of the field lose their effects. In that case, Jace, I activate Beauregard's special ability. I target any monster on the field and switch it into defense mode. And no cards or effects can be used in response. I target my Magna Rocket Dragon, which triggers its special ability. When Magna Rocket is targeted by the effect of a Link monster, it self-destructs, and then one monster on the field goes with it. And the monster I choose to send with my Magna Rocket Dragon is your Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon! card can change everything. Especially if I ask for a Miracle Synchro Fusion! What? With the power of my Miracle Synchro Fusion spell card, I can fusion summon one fusion monster that lists a Synchro as a fusion material. So I banish Odd-Eyes Mirage Dragon, Starvenom Fusion Dragon, Supreme King Dragon Clearwing, and Odd-Eyes Raging Dragon from my graveyard. When Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, and Pendulum join together, they create a powerful force that exceeds all the dimensions. I fusion summon Rise Supreme King Zark! Oh my gosh, this is great! This is awesome! The mighty Supreme King Zark himself! This is absolutely fantastic! Get ready, Reggie. You're about to experience Zark's power for yourself firsthand. When Zark is fusion summoned, all cards you control are completely wiped out! It certainly lives up to its expectations, doesn't it? With no monster left to defend you, this duel is over. Zark, finish off Reggie! And that ends the game. Nope. What? I still have one card in my hand, Jace. And that card is Destiny Hero Dynatag. And using its special ability, I discard it to the graveyard. Now I can negate the 4,000 points of damage I would take from Zark's attack. And instead, inflict 1,000 points of damage to both of our life points. Ugh. Come on! Ugh. Great. You may have survived this turn, Reggie, but you won't survive the next one. Zark is too powerful for you to take on. It's only a matter of time until you fall in defeat. I end my turn. Alright. Now that we've reached the end phase, I can activate Magna Rocket's ability from my graveyard. That means I can summon another rocket monster to the field. So, I'll summon an S-Rocket Dragon in defense mode. It may not be much, but I can at least build up some defense for the time being. Then again, I've seen what I need to see. But first, I'll use my Ines Rocket Dragon in order to Link Summon again. So I Link Summon Link 1 Striker Dragon! And now, time to play this card. I activate Boral Regenerator. With it, I can summon a rocket monster from my graveyard and equip Regenerator onto it. So I'll bring back Exploder Rocket Dragon. And now, I activate Striker Dragon's ability. With it, I get to destroy one monster on my field, and then add a rocket monster from my graveyard to my hand. I destroy Exploder Rocket Dragon. This in turn activates Exploder Rocket's special ability. When it's targeted by the effect of a Link monster, it's destroyed, and both of us take 2,000 points of damage. This duel is a draw. 2,000 points? Why, you little... Time to finish this. You've done well, Chase. I honestly wasn't expecting you to summon Zark. I thought it was impossible to do that for you, but I guess you've proved me wrong. Oh, it was so close! I almost had you! Because our little game ended in a draw, I can't share with you the information I've learned. But I will mention this. That strange duelist Esper that you dueled a couple months ago, he's tied into those disappearances. Esper? What does he have to do with all this? He's part of some shady group, Chase. They've been in the shadows for quite some time now, and they haven't really made their appearance until now. Other than that, I can't tell you anything else. I'll see you around, but try not to get in my way.
Come again?
I will take care of those duelists by myself if I have to. I don't want you getting in my way. Otherwise, we will have a problem. So, you've been warned.
Well then.
This changes everything.